Welcome in this video. My name is Galette. If you are a subscriber, you already know it. Thank you to be there. And if it's not already done, please subscribe, because here I have a lot of information to share with you, and it's precious, and you will rarely find all this elsewhere. So welcome in this video. So I am futurist, and I make my video in French and in English to broadly impact and make myself progress, of course. So be indulgent with my English. How do I know the future? Since my childhood, in order to survive and then to live in fulfillment, I analyze a lot of data like a machine, and I must be very vigilant with the things to which I expose myself, because I am a real sponge, and like a lot of you perhaps, if you watch this video, then some information stings my intuition, and that activate my sense of purity and truth. And then I combine everything a bit like a distillation of cognac or a distillation of essential oil. So at the final I have a little bottle, and this little bottle is very concentrate. It's my prognosis for the future, my conclusion on the subject, and this is why I am sharing it with you. So of course, a little disclaimer, I can be wrong, and you are free adult like me, and you can think what you want to think. In all humility, here I want to share my prognosis for 2020 to complete all you can find on the internet. So clearly we have moved into the golden age, and to establish the good basis for the decades to come. We have the end of a great cleaning that is occurring, and as I was already announcing it on this YouTube channel, the things start from France and then spread around the world. The French government we can say for spring in 2020, and many media, mainstream media, can be over with the government. Driving by the French success, initiated by the Gilets jaunes or the Yellow Jacket, many protest movements in the world are more and more powerful in 2020. And the government in front are more and more soft to not have the same destinies as the French government. In a very cold winter in Europe, we have a little end of the world feeling, but it's just the awakening of the consciousness which must reach the greatest number. As I was telling, the Brexit is spreading through all Europe. After England, it is perhaps Italy, Hungary that comes out of Europe, out of the current system, and Europe can rapidly reform itself to only 6 countries on the basis of simple trade agreement. And we will have an anti-fails migrant policy, and also we can say that the euro remain in place, the time to reorganize all that. Debts can be absorbed by the possibility to issue cryptocurrency at a national level convertible in euro. And we can prognosis also the end of the negative and positive rate, and the idea of a rate zero emerged in 2020 and will be generalized in the future. In 2020, this is not the end of globalization, it's only changing. We have an underground direct link from production to consumer with a lot of connection sharing. And scandal is really the word of 2020. It will be a scandal all over the world, again with an impression of the end of the world, when it is just the end of a world that at rest on lies for far too long. So we will have also a lot of pedophilia scandal in Europe, in France for example, with an enormous trial that can happen with more than 100 people accused. We can have scandal at Vatican, scandal at the court of England, the Queen can fall ill and give up a throne, scandal in Brussels with the Europe, scandal in the US, where even Mrs. Hillary Clinton can end up in a prison for high treason of states. For example, we can predict that the majority of American Assembly will not stand for re-election following the Epstein affair and the big cleaning that Mr. Trump is doing. NASA and Hollywood scandal that somehow will be transformed or disappear, and as long as he managed to keep him safe, Mr. Trump can be triumphantly re-elected. He continued, Mr. Trump, to refocus the US on their own problem by disinvesting themselves from the world scene. And for example, to the other side, in China and Japan, young people and even rich people leave their country because censorship and repression remain blind in China and end up to penalize the economy. In the Middle East, there is many disruption pacified at the end of 2020 and afterwards, and there was in particular, we can imagine, a local coalition to counter the contest of Israeli territories, if I say it well. In Iran and Algeria, there is an open up to tourism and new international trade agreement, and in Syria, finally, we are finding step by step more peace. The South America and Southeast Asia may know a volcano or climatic volcano eruption or climatic problem. After spring and summer and until the end of 2020, a new global and local solidarity is emerging thanks to the strong human contact based on empathy and compassion. And all this emphasized with a channel like this one and social network. At the end of 2020, we will have passed a milestone. And on the smoking ruins of the old world, for example, the 21 December 2020 will mark the emergence of the renewed world with hope to finally live in what I call the golden age. The golden age where everyone has their place in abundance and the expression of their full power at the service of others and of the earth. Well, it's going to shake up like me in this video, and it's also a wonderful step that we have been waiting for a long time. So fasten your belt. All this will happen very, very, very quickly in 2020, and reserve for yourself the maximum of break at peace in the nature. To support the greatest numbers of entrepreneurs and beautiful people in this transition that watch my video, I have prepared a program, Reinvent Yourself, to go against everything you can find in terms of personal development. Here there is zero injection of breathing, hours of meditation, there is zero morning routine, zero list of visualization or writing a lot of things, and you barely have no more free time to think freely. It's just a sincere and very practical sharing of my tool, the tools that I use and that I want to expose to you very synthetically. So to jump into the golden age and to co-create it now, I put you the link here and also in the description to this sharing. So thank you for watching this video. Share, like, and take more information to go fast and in the good direction in 2020. Bye. Are you still there? Thank you to watch me until the end. Thank you very much. And sorry for my English, I am improving it in each video. So you have the link here of this new sharing, really to rebirth yourself, to reinvent yourself in 2020. It's here and in the description. And you will fill a form in 10 seconds, and then you will have a lot of information sharing about that tool that I want to show you. It's very simple, there is nothing to do. It's only a jump in your golden age. Thank you for watching. Bye. Follow me on Instagram. It's cool. It's here.